chapter 4, Pride and Prejudice. So here the two sisters are discussing about the party and majorly Mr. Bingley. So the eldest sister, who has not said a lot about Mr. Bingley till now, she is opening up. She's telling that how much she admired him, and she admired his nature, that this is how, she's telling that this is how a young man should be, that he was good humored and he was so considerate, he was so well mannered, and this is how people should be. It showed his good breeding means upbringing. So now the youngest sister Elizabeth is telling that he's also handsome, that of course his manners are good, but on top of that he is also handsome, he's good to look at. So he's thereby complete, that he has good manners also and he is pretty handsome. And then Elizabeth is showing surprised that I was very much flattered that he asked me twice to dance, and I was not expecting such a compliment. She is surprised that how could this happen. So Lizzie says, how can you not expect a compliment? That is the difference between both of us, that you compliments take you by surprise, that you are not expecting compliments, and when they come you're surprised, but I am never surprised by that. Okay, I know that you will get compliments. Why? Because you are so pretty. So if Mr. Bingley has asked twice to dance with you, it has nothing to do with his behavior, gallantry means decent behavior, polite behavior. It has nothing to do with his gallantry. It is more because to do with your beauty, that because you are so beautiful and he was attracted to you, and anyways he is agreeable, he has good mannered and all that. So it's okay if you like him. You have liked even the stupider people before, that the people who you have liked before, they were good for nothing, they were lesser than Mr. Bingley. So it's good, it's nice that you are liking Mr. Bingley. So now she's telling adding to that, so Lizzie is telling that on top of it, you are apt to, you are appropriate. Why? Because you like people in general. You do not find any fault in anybody. For you, everybody is good, and you do not speak bad about anybody. So now the eldest sister is telling, no, I do not wish to be, that is because I do not wish to be hasty in censoring anyone, that I do not wish to be hurriedly judging anyone. I do not wish to quickly criticize anybody, say bad things about anybody, though I speak the truth. It's not that I do not speak the truth, but I do not judge so quickly. So now the Lizzie is telling that of course that I know. That you do not judge so quickly, and that makes me wonder, you have good sense and you do not see fault in others. Blind to the follies means foolishness. You do not see foolishness of others, you do not see fault of others. Affectation of candor is common enough, means affectations means show off of candor, of honesty, that these days people are showing off that they are very honest, though they are not. But to be candid without ostentation, again the same thing, candid means honesty, ostentation means show off. So to be honest without showing off, without faking it, that to be honest naturally, that is a good character, that is a good character of a human being, to say nothing about others, but you are honest also, like that. So this all belongs to you. And so you like the man sisters too, do you? So she is telling, because you like everybody in general, you are liking Mr. Bingley's sister also, though their manners were not equal to his. So that shows that Lizzie is not liking the sisters, but here Elizabeth says, no. At first it seems that they are not good enough, but they are very pleasing women when you converse with them. Converse means talk to them. And Miss Bingley is to live with her brother and keep his house. So the unmarried one will be living with Mr. Bingley and will take care of the house. And if I am not much mistaken, that they will be very charming neighbors. So she is like very positive. No, nothing like that. They are very charming, very well mannered, and it will be really great to have them as neighbors. Now the Lizzie, the younger sister, she's listening in silence, but she is not convinced. She is not totally agreeing with Jane, because she thought that the behavior of the sisters was very calculated to please in general. Calculated means the sisters of Bingley, they were faking it. They just wanted to please the people, and they were quick to judge. Okay, with more quickness of observation and less pliancy of temper than her sister, and with a judgment too unassailed by any time. One second. So here it's a little complicated sentence, so let's break it up. Elizabeth listened in silence but was not convinced. Okay, so the little sister, she listened to Jane, but she was not agreeing. Their behavior at the assembly had not been calculated to please in general. So she was not convinced that the behavior of the sisters of Mr. Bingley was fake. Okay, she believed that it was fake, and with more quickness of observation. So here they are telling about Elizabeth's behavior, that she is quick to observe, she judges too quickly, and she loses her temper also quickly, means she gets angry also very quickly, and she judges straightforwardly. She doesn't and she's judging the sister without giving attention to herself, that she herself is little bit like that she judges so quickly, and she is accusing Mr. Bingley's sister to also do the same. But still she is thinking that Mr. Bingley's sister are not exactly like they are behaving. They are faking nice behavior. They are not nice in general, it seems, to the elder sister. They are in fact fine ladies. She agrees that okay, they are fine ladies. It's not that they have less humor when they are pleased. When they are happy, does not mean that they don't behave properly, or but they are proud and conceited, means it seems arrogance. It seems that they are arrogant. They are educated also nicely, it's not like that, and they have good fortune also, and they have the habit of spending also so much, and they move with high society people of upper class of the society, everything. But still it seems that they are arrogant, and they were of respectable family. So they are coming from north of England, from a respectable family, a circumstance more deeply impressed on their memories. That means, see, for every place there is a certain characteristic of behavior. Like behavior of people of Kanpur will be different from behavior of people of, say, Bangalore. So north of England also the behavior of people will be little different, which can be seen in the behavior of Mr. Bingley and the sisters. So that is what she is telling. The circumstance more deeply impressed on their memories, that their behavior, you can judge that they are coming from north of England, than that their brother's fortune. And also this sentence is showing that their brother's fortune is new. It is very recently acquired. So they are not family with money from generations. They are not, but they have recently got the money, newly they have become rich. Okay, and then they are telling Mr. Bingley has inherited property to the so Mr. Bingley inherited property from his father, which was a substantial amount, means a good amount, and his father wanted to purchase an estate, very large land with houses and everything in that. Now Mr. Bingley also want to do the same, that he wants to buy big estate. But now he has a good house in Netherfield, so it is very doubtful that he would buy the property. Why? Because he is having a good time in Netherfield now, and he is not that anxious, not that keen, not that interested to buy the land anytime sooner. His sisters were anxious for his having an estate of his own, so his sisters wanted him to buy, but he was unwilling, he was not that willing. So now what happened? He is a tenant now. Okay, so now Miss Bingley was by no means unwilling to preside at his table. So preside means to chair, to behave like a boss at a meeting or something. So Miss Bingley is trying to start a conversation, nor was Mrs. Hurst. So both the sisters they wanted Mr. Bingley to buy the property. But accidentally, when somebody suggested Netherfield House to Mr. Bingley, he came and he looked, and he was so smitten by it, so happy with it, so attracted to it, that within half an hour he took it and started living there as a tenant. Also, they are telling about the friendship between Mr. Bingley and Darcy, that they are very good friends, steady friendship, in spite of great opposition of character. Means they both of their characters are opposite, as we have seen in the earlier chapter, that Mr. Bingley is very polite, though Mr. Darcy is very arrogant. So Mr. Bingley was endeared, attracted to Darcy by the easiness, openness and ductility of his temper. So Mr. Bingley was actually attracted by Darcy's, quick anger, and he is very open, very straightforwardness. Mr. Bingley was attracted to that. So they are telling that though he also knows that this was contrast to his own personality, but he was never dissatisfied. On the contrary, on the strength of Darcy's regard, that means Mr. Bingley was reliant. Reliant means he was trusting Darcy's opinions. He always trusted his judgment. And in the understanding, it seems that Darcy was superior to Mr. Bingley, though Mr. Bingley was also no less. But Darcy was clever, and he was arrogant also at the same time, and he was quick to judge. His manners, though well bred, were not inviting, as we have seen that he was very cold to people. He did not want to talk to people so much. And in that respect, his friend means Mr. Bingley had great advantage. Why? Because he was polite to people, he was considerate, he made people comfortable in his presence. So that was his advantage. Now they all are sitting at a table, okay, of full Bingley family and Darcy. They are all sitting on the table, and they are talking about Meryton Assembly, the party which they had recently attended. The manner in which they spoke of Meryton Assembly was sufficiently characteristic. That means that the way they spoke about the party actually was telling about their characteristic more, that what kind of people they are. Because see, one object, everybody will look at it from their own perspective, from their own thinking, from their own views. So the same here, it is written that according to their own characteristics, they were talking about the party. So Bingley was very pleased, Mr. Bingley, that there were so pretty girls and everybody was so kind, no stiffness was there, everybody behaved so nicely, so warm they were. So he was very happy with the party. And he also of course praised Jane, the eldest daughter, that she was like an angel, she was so beautiful. Darcy, on the contrary, of course we know that Darcy, because he himself is such a cold guy, such a snob he is, so he is telling no, nothing like that. They did not have that much beauty, they had no fashion sense, and he had very less interest in them, and anyways they were not giving any attention to him also. He also acknowledged, he also agreed that Jane was pretty, but she smiled too much, man. So see, he is picking faults even in that person whom everybody liked. So he is of that nature, picking fault in everybody, not liking people, quick to judge, the way Lizzie is. Mrs. Hurst, the way Lizzie is only in judging, not the full character. Mrs. Hurst, the married sister of Mr. Bingley, and the unmarried sister, they were like, she was smiling too much, but still she is very nice and she is very sweet girl, and they want to know her more. Now because she was established, she was announced as sweet girl, Jane was announced as a sweet girl. Now Mr. Bingley is thinking that Mr. Bingley is kind of okay to think of her as he chose what? His wife. So he's thinking that he will consider Jane when he'll be choosing his wife, because everybody is praising her so much.